One of them Yankees was on that stage doing it and doing it well. Nobody even suspected him. No one. People were just like, he's doing his thing. People ask questions. Where did he come from? Did he sneak? He didn't sneak in. He'd been the official sign language interpreter for the government for the last 5 years. Yeah. Official for the last 5 years. And apparently before this, people have complained. But obviously the complaints fell on deaf ears, so nothing was done about it. And so he just carried on. And now he was here. The biggest event of his life. Signing for the world. Signing. Just making it up. In the zone. Nobody suspected. I suspected though. I did. No, I did. Let me tell you why. No. Let me tell you why. Not because I know sign language, but because I know my president. And if there's one thing that's specific, is when Jacob Zuma reads a speech, right? Jacob Zuma reads a speech. He's a very deliberate man. He's very calm, very measured. Takes his time. The rhythm is the most important thing. And Yankees didn't match his rhythm. I knew there was something wrong. You remember this. Zuma was there, reading Mandela's Wikipedia page, right? And while he was reading, Yankees was doing totally different, like the rhythm was wrong. Zuma was there like, and thereafter, Nelson Mandela went to Robben Island for his imprisonment. Term and to fight for the rhythm didn't match, right? Zuma was on page 1, that guy was on like page 17 or something. It didn't match up at all. It's almost like Zuma was translating sign language for us. That's how slow it looked. Sorry, I haven't practiced, guys. It didn't match up. None of it. But Yankees did it. He stayed there in the face of adversity and he fought. Yeah. He did sign language for everyone. We've got to ask ourselves questions as well as South Africans. We don't ask enough questions. For instance, did nobody think to ask him how he could speak every single language in the world? Every leader came from countries everywhere. They spoke in their language. Yankees translated for everyone. Did nobody stop to ask? Even for a second. The president of Brazil is standing up there. Nelson Mandela, estou pai. Nós temos de você, de casa, do gosto muito, pela que estava pesado. Nós do Yankees was there. Did no one say, hey Yankees, you can speak Portuguese? I'm in the zone, Baba, I'm in the zone. Did nobody think to ask? He did sign language for everyone. The ambassador of China was up there. 가도시, 전도이 넬슨 만델라. 다도 입시부 다도 신주의 공부로 받도시. Yankees was there on the side. He just made it up. He made everything up. And he did a great job at it. He did a great job. But then, like a true South African, he just took it too far. Enough wasn't enough. That's our problem in South Africa. That's all it is. We don't know when to stop. We take it too far. The same thing happens with tenders, all of these things. Guys are stealing houses and everything. I go, guys, I understand you want to steal. I understand that. I understand. But if you get a tender to build 10 houses, steal 1, build 9. At least 9 people have houses. Don't steal all the houses. Somebody's going to notice. And then you can't steal more houses. But no, we want it all in South Africa. We're taking one step too far. That's what Yankees did. He had done it for everyone. He'd done a great job. The best fake sign language the world had ever seen. He had gotten away with it too. Until Barack Obama came up to speak. This was a speech that was going to be performed by the most powerful man in the free world. 90 million people watching that speech. This, my friends, is the point where you pack up your little bag of tricks and you call it a day. Not Yankees. If I was Yankees, that's where I would have called it quits. I say, hey, Yankees, next one. Who is it? Barack Obama. The whole world is watching this one. I know. Sorry, guys. Sorry. Sorry. Hey, my fingers are cramping. I've lost my voice. Sorry. Oh, no. Not Yankees. They're like, Barack. He's like, I'm there. And he was. Doing sign language for Barack Obama. And they found out that while he was doing the sign language, he kept on using the same signs over and over again, right? The few real signs that he actually knew. And apparently all he knew was four things that he kept on doing repeatedly. And those things, they asked afterwards, real sign language interpreters. They found that he was doing this, right? Which means greetings, yeah? Greetings, he kept on doing that. Another one he loved doing was circle, yeah? Yeah? Circle. One of his favorites was smoking, yeah? And every now and again he'd go, get a little blah, blah. That's all he did, over and over again. Can you imagine that? Nelson Mandela's memorial, Barack Obama pouring his heart out. There he is, Barack Hussein Obama. And Yankees. As Americans, Nelson Mandela's a man that showed that through peace, you could free not only the prisoner, but also the guard. Nelson Mandela's a man, he's beyond a man, he's a legacy. A legacy I could never aspire to be, but we can all look towards. And for me, Nelson Mandela showed that sometimes in life, you gotta go the hard way. You gotta say the things that matter. And always remember to do what counts. I could never be Nelson Mandela. Can you imagine how horrible it must have been for every single deaf person watching that speech? Imagine what it must have been like as a deaf person watching that at home, sitting there. That must have been the craziest thing they've ever seen in their lives. Deaf people just watching going, hello. Hello. What? Why is he talking about smoking? Why is he talking about smoking? Talk about Nelson Mandela. I'm talking about talk about Nelson Mandela. What's wrong? Why is he talking about what? Hello. Why did he? This is the worst speech ever. There's something wrong with this guy. Barack has a smoking problem. What the hell? Talk about Mandela. This guy, what's wrong with him? This is the worst speech. I can't listen anymore. This is horrible. This is horrible. Tell me when it's finished. I can't do this, man. That speech must have been...
License. Letter. License plus no seatbelt. License. Then immediately you're in the game. Oh, come on, man. Come on. Hey, don't come on. Nothing here. Seatbelt. When, license. Busy driving here. Shoemaker, yeah? Yeah. Now you're in the game. You know, it's time to talk. It's time to work things out. In America, they don't play that game. Policeman walked up to my window. I was sitting in the car. Got up there. Good afternoon, sir. Good afternoon. Sir, do you know why I pulled you over? Shouldn't you know why? Why are you asking me? No, I don't know. Sorry, what did you say? I said, I don't know why you pulled me over. I pulled you over, sir, because you were speeding. Oh, okay, I didn't know. Do you know how fast you were going, sir? Did you not check your notes before you came? I feel like this is part of now I'm doing your job and my job at the same time. Sir, are you giving me attitude? No, I'm not giving you attitude. I'm just saying you can't ask me why you stopped me and then ask me how fast I was going. Next thing you're gonna ask me to write my own tickets. Sir, are you giving me attitude? You're gonna get out of this car right now, sir. You're giving me attitude. And I was just talking to the guy because I was like, look, man, you can't say. Here's the craziest thing the cop said to me. He looked at me and he's like, sir, I'll tell you something. You were going 100 miles an hour. And I was like, 100 miles an hour? I was like, how did you know that? Where's your, can I see the thing? He's like, what are you talking about? I was like, show me your gun. And he's like, I got, no, whoa, not that one, whoa. I want to see the laser gun. Show me the speed. He's like, I don't need that, sir. I estimated that you were going 100 miles an hour. I was like, estimated? What does 100 look like? Can't just estimate 100. So he's just gonna look, he's like, I can do that, okay? I can look and estimate. I'm like, dude, that's a dangerous thing to do. So you just look and then you go, that guy's going 100. You can't just estimate. Imagine if I just do that with you, where I'm like, estimate, standard 7, pelele. Yeah? You can't just do that. I'm sorry, sir, what did you just say to me? I didn't say any, I'm just saying that it's not fair for you to, like, it's a weird experience with police over there. And my friend was in the passenger seat. He was shitting himself the whole time. He was just like, yo, dude, shut up. Yo, dude, shut up. Shut up, Trevor. Shut up, Trevor. You're going to get us killed. Shut up, Trevor. I was like, what do you mean get us killed for what? Why are we getting killed now? He's like, shut up, Trevor. Shut up, Trevor. I take that for granted because in America, you could get shot. You know, and you read stories and you see stories of black Americans getting shot, and that is true, they get shot at a disproportional rate, but white Americans also get shot by the police all the time. White police in America, police in general in America, are trigger happy. They don't play games. It's all racism, it's just police as a whole. Shoot first, ask questions later. There they are. You! Freeze! Did I get that order right? We take for granted the relationship we have here. In America, you read stories of people getting shot because they pulled out their wallets. In South Africa, you'll get shot because you didn't pull out your wallets. We're always talking. That's my favorite thing about South African police, is that you feel like you're part of what's happening. Pull over, the cop comes there. How are you, sir? I'm fine, how are you? Yeah, I'm fine. I don't know if you saw here. Let me just show you. Can you see here? Check the numbers. Check the numbers. See that one there? Top score. Yeah? See that? Top score, yeah? See that number there, yeah? Yeah. What does that number say? Then you're like, it says 160. Yeah? If it was Pac-Man, you have an extra life now, eh? Yeah? 160. So, what are we doing now? Malume. Yeah, what are we doing now? Malume. Hey, yeah, I know, my man, I know. They feel your pain. We're in this together. I almost feel like we need to send South African police. We need to send South African police to America, just so that Americans can learn what it's like to have a functional police force that's not always threatening to end your life. You know? A police force where you can communicate, where you can air your differences without fear of mortal retribution. Wouldn't that be great to have Americans in sticky situations? There they are at a standoff. The police pull up. Woo! Woo! All right, we're gonna hand you over. We've got a Sergeant Matabula here. He's a specialist from South Africa. We're gonna hand you over. Hello. Hello, sir. How are you? Man, I ain't coming out. Yeah. I'm greeting you. I said, how are you? Don't just shout here. We are talking. How are you? I'm fine, man. Thank you very much for asking. How are you? I'm doing good, thank you very much. Okay, what's going on here, my brother? Look, man, that shit y'all trying to pin on me, it ain't true, man. I'm innocent. Okay, so just come out and we can talk. Nah, man, I know how this shit goes down. Y'all gonna kill me or I'm gonna spend the rest of my life in jail. That's not true. That's not true. Just come out, we can talk. I know what y'all gonna do, man. I got two options. I'm gonna die, or I'm gonna spend my life in jail. There's another option. It involves a cold drink. doesn't have to be this way.